Hi, my name is Walker Boys, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the satin stitch. It is my most commonly used stitch on pretty much all my pieces. And I'm going to be going over how to do this kind of wraparound padded satin stitch, and then the more traditional like side to side stitching, so you're saving thread. And we're gonna go over how to do these flowers and how I do a more realistic kind of blended stacked look with the satin stitch. I hope you enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I hope you learned something. Thanks. So today we're going to start by doing different types of satin stitches. This is my most commonly used stitch. We're first going to do a satin stitch where you wrap the whole fabric at the top, and then this one we're going to do a side to side, so up and down rather than wrapping the whole piece of fabric. And then we're going to work on these two flowers, some leaves, and a front flower view. And I'm going to kind of do a little bit of blending to show you how I do that, and hopefully this helps out. We're going to start with this top row. You're going to tie a knot at the end of your needle, and you're going to push it through. Bring it down to the bottom row. That's your first anchor stitch. And then you're gonna go right back, right next to the first stitch on the top, and bring it down again. So if you see I'm not going side to side, I'm going right next to it. So this is creating the same stitch on the opposite side of the fabric. And you're just going to continue that process till you get what you came for. And that is the first tutorial of the satin stitch. Next we're going to do another satin stitch exactly like this, like a padded look, but instead of wrapping around the fabric, we're gonna go down, side, up, side, down, side, up, side, down, and so on. So you're gonna make your anchor stitch, bring it down, and again, instead of going back up, you're just gonna go right next to the stitch that you just pushed in. And push it out. And then you're just gonna continue this process. Okay, and that is the second way to do a satin stitch. Side to side method, the wraparound method. I'm gonna show you the back now, kind of show you the difference between both too. And I don't know if you can see on the camera, I just feel like this one looks a lot cleaner than this one. Either one looks really good actually, so whatever you prefer. So if you look at the back, whoa, it's messy. You can kind of get the right idea. See how this is wrapped around the fabric? Ugh, this looks no bueno. And then this one is just side to side. So you can see that it uses less thread, but it just depends on what look you're going for. This one I feel looks a lot cleaner, but that is how you do the satin stitch. Now I'm going to move on to the actual drawings, kind of show you how it looks on something that you draw out on your fabric. I like to choose my colors before I start embroidering, and I like to work with one color at a time. So I'm gonna do this deep kind of brick red. I'm gonna start on this, and then I'm gonna go straight to this flower instead of trying to like finish this flower first and then move on to this flower. It's just the way that I work. You can do whatever you want. So you're gonna start by doing your anchor thread. And this is just a satin stitch. And then I'm just gonna continue with this brick red onto this flower over here. You're gonna start by doing your anchor stitch. And we're gonna do the side to side method on this row in color. Now you're gonna just hop on over to this flower and then continue the process. I'm gonna jump over, continue the process on this side. And that's how you create shapes with your satin stitch. And I'm gonna do the side to side method. I'm gonna pull up, following this line in the middle, and you're gonna go right on top of the stitch that you just set. You're gonna move on to the other side, and I'm gonna do the wraparound method for this side. You're gonna set your anchor stitch, go to the very bottom of the leaf, go as close as you can to the top, vice versa. However the light hits it, it's gonna create that dimension naturally, which I think is really awesome. It's hard to achieve that with other mediums. This is such a simple design, but it's really effective in creating really pretty embroidery stitches. I'll show you the back. Messy, messy. I actually prefer it to be kind of messy like this. I think it looks really cool, and it just shows the beauty on the outside. Doesn't really match on the inside. Just a different kind of beauty. And on this flower, I'm going to show you how to do some blending techniques with the satin stitch. And I'm going to kind of go around the center with different length satin stitches, some closer, some farther away, longer, shorter, whatever. I can go kind of in the stitch if I want. And these stitches are going to be a lot closer together the higher you go up. You're going to go in and start building upon this golden yellow color. I'm going to start with this petal. I'm going to start with these two center petals, and I'm going to do the same process, but this time the staggering is going to be towards the center because you'll be following this top line. You're just going to continue that process. And now you have this really beautiful flower. And that is how you do the satin stitch. Thanks for watching how to do the satin stitch. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope that you can take some of these skills that I've acquired over the past couple of years and apply them to your own pieces and your own work. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me, pushes me to continue to make these videos, and I can't wait to make more Embroidery 101 videos in the future. Thanks. Have a good day.